How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we work together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how to handle difficult situations. Whether it's something that you're struggling with, where you're going something and you can't see your way out of it, how you can find positive energy, or it might be someone that you care about who seems to struggle and you just want to offer them a lifeboat so that they can feel that positive energy and expand in a positive way in their life. This is going to be the episode for you because we're going to break down a perspective that will help you understand and hopefully allow you to move forward how you desire. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you can pick a word. It can be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want, and we're going to take a deep breath in, and as you're breathing in, we're going to say that word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy, and then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency, and then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you, and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. Well, we're going to do another deep breath. This one is about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. So this is one of those episodes where it's the second time recording, and the first one I did, just the message was not resonating. And so when that happens, reflection is key. That's an important lesson for the message here. So if you are struggling with difficult things, meaning hard things are happening, so it's not that nothing is happening and you're stressed out, which can still be the case, but legitimately things are going on in your life, whether it's stressful work environment, stressful family life, or other issues that are really causing anxiety, depression, loss of motivation, whatever it is, whether it's you or somebody you care about, this is really important. And it's really the perspective that you have. You see, one of the most important things to understand is that everything is happening for you. And when something terrible happens, like say a drunk driver hits somebody or a random accident happens, it's something that just seems so random. And why would this happen? How could there be any lesson or anything positive out of it? Even in those cases, everything is happening for you. And I believe that because I believe you are more than you. You are more than your body. You are more than your mind. You are more than everything that we think is us. You are an energetic being that is here to learn and grow. And when you start taking that perspective, you don't take things personally when they happen to you. You just observe. Being the observer is the perspective that frees you from everything. When you need something good to happen to you to feel good, you are not in control of your energy. So by being the observer, what you're doing is you're learning how to attract love. You are learning how to, whatever situation is happening, find the silver lining. And when you can find that light in every situation, you become that light in every situation. That is our purpose here. Our purpose here is to raise ourselves up, higher our vibration, get in that love state, and then give it. We are supposed to receive it and give it. And so we do that by going through all these trials, all these experiences that are so different. Everybody has a unique path in this life from beginning to end. And you go down it, and the good things happen, the bad things happen, the hurt, the pain, all of it happens. But the whole time, If you truly reflect, you are the observer. You're not even your thoughts. And I said this in an earlier episode, but if you can visualize your thought, whatever it is, then you're not that thought. You are still the observer of it. And I'm sure there's times where you've had thoughts pop in your head, and when you think about it, you're like, that's not me. I don't know why I thought that. That is not in alignment with my true self. If you can observe a thought, just like you can observe your hand in front of you, or you can observe the car in front of you, or you can observe the planet around you, why would your mind or your thoughts be any different? Those are physical things that you are still observing. So be the observer. Embrace that. That doesn't mean you're not experiencing things and you're not a person too, and you're not going to have a life and you're a job and all those things. You absolutely can, but that is the path that you're on. You are not those things. That is why everything is happening for you. Everything is not happening for you to be rewarded materially. That doesn't mean you can't have material rewards. You can't have success. You absolutely can. In fact, that's part of my mission is I want you to be the most loving, forgiving being that you can possibly be and be the most successful, materially successful version of that. Because when you become CEO, when you become wealthy, when you become influential, when you become a powerful being on this earth, you have influence. And I want you to be the positive influence of change. The people that are in power now are not concerned with other people. They chased the power, but I believe that's the old way. And I'm not saying every single person of influence is that way, but in general, we can attract what we want to attract. The law of attraction is very real. But so many times we get focused on the material, and so we attract the material and we don't change our energy. So we become this CEO, we become this wealthy person, we become whatever it is that we wanted to achieve. Like we have the material things, but we didn't change who we are. We didn't level up. We didn't learn to love more. We didn't learn to forgive more. We didn't learn to have more patience. All of those things, wisdom, love, forgiveness, all of those things are gained through adversity. You don't know true love if you haven't gone through true pain. You don't know true happiness if you haven't gone through hurt. You can't. That doesn't mean you can't be happy or you can't be loving if you haven't gone through extreme things. You just can't know the extreme of them. You truly can't. If you haven't gone through a situation where no love was present and then you found it, how do you know how to find it when you need it? If you are a reflection, and this is what most people are, we're reflections of our external state. When everything is good, we are good. When things start going bad, we start to struggle. We feel that negative energy. Our frequency lowers to the external environment. And maybe that's you. Maybe that's the friend that you're concerned about. All you have to do is start being the example. If you want to help somebody change, of course you can share wisdom. You can point them in the right direction for books. You can point them in the right direction for podcasts. You can share. And it's very positive to do that. But the most powerful thing is becoming the example. If you are someone that deals with depression, anxiety, or one of these major things that so many people are struggling with now, and then you overcome it, that doesn't mean it goes away in all cases, but you become this person at peace while having depression, while having whatever ailment it is. You're a powerful being, and you hope that the people you care about that are closest to you see that change. You're definitely leading them to water. You can't make them drink, but people will see it. Maybe it's someone you know, maybe it isn't, but they will see your change and it will inspire them to be like you and find the healing. That is the ultimate goal. So step back with your perspective. Stop thinking about life as the person that you are. Like for me, that would mean don't think about life as Henry. That doesn't mean you can't do things that Henry enjoys and, be that person. Like you're still going to be that person. That's the vehicle you're in. But when you need to reflect, when you need to take back control of your energy, take a further step back from you and be your energy. Your energy is not a person. Your energy is a spirit, is light, is love, is this powerful frequency that is trying to get home, in my opinion. I think love is the highest frequency, and we are trying to make our way back to it. I don't know why we're away from it. It just seems when I reflect and I meditate that that's what comes to me, is we are trying to get back to that. You cannot just be in the high frequency. You have to become it to make your way back. And that's what makes so much sense about Earth. It makes so much sense that this place would exist to give us the opportunity to observe love in all ways. And when you can observe it in the dark, when you can observe it in the pain, when you can observe it in the hurt, then you become even more, and that gives you the ability to raise your frequency and get back to that love frequency. So if you're struggling, change your perspective. View it from an energy. Imagine yourself as an energy that's within your body. Not your body, not your mind, not your thoughts. That's in your body, and it's here to observe everything. And the only goal that matters is, can you find the love in every single moment? And I know that sounds like a lot of work. You don't have to do it 24/7. But when you start thinking, when you start feeling certain things, that's when you pause. That's when you draw back in to your source and look at the situation. Don't think about how it affects you. So I shouldn't think about how things affect Henry. Reflect and think about how things affect everything in the entirety of the world, and then find the love in it. When you find the love in it and you can focus on it, that energy becomes a part of you, and you change, you grow, you elevate. You have that ability now. And when you do it again and again and again, you raise your frequency and you become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this podcast was beneficial and gave you a positive perspective to help you handle the difficult things that go on in the world. This one, I'm really glad that I went back and re-recorded it because I felt like this message really hit home. At least it did for me. It was one of those ones that I connected with, and I really am glad I got to share it with you. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link in the description. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. So I appreciate all the follows there. And if you want to join the Positive Mindset Facebook community, there's a link down below. It's a little Facebook group that I put together. It's just a great community. It's getting started. I'm starting to put some posts in there. I'm going to start doing some lives in there. And it's just a chance to come together, grow, and do exactly that. I would love for people to share their situations, where they're struggling, what's hard, what hardships they're going to, and then we could put some positive perspective in there. No judgment. It's just meant to elevate people and hopefully help you find the love. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.